If you saw the video I uploaded just before this one called "What is Architecture School Really Like?", you may have noticed that it was done differently than all my other videos. For that video, I had just recently gotten an iPad with an app called Procreate. After spending a little bit of time using that app, I realized it would be interesting to try to make a video with it. Once I finished making that video, I came to the conclusion that Procreate is a powerful tool that every architect and architecture student must have. And here are 5 reasons, just to prove it. The first reason should honestly be the only reason you need to be convinced that this app is a must for you, and that is the customizable 3D perspective grid with assist. The magic behind this feature is divided into 2 parts. First, the grid itself. This grid can be altered by clicking the canvas to place points. Once you have created the grid the way you want, you're ready to start drawing. Now, this feature on its own is super helpful already. For those of you who have ever tried to draw a perspective, you know how difficult it can be to place the vanishing points. That trouble is pretty much eliminated with this feature. Now, that's not all. I did say there were 2 parts that make the magic, and the second part is the most magical. That second part is the drawing assist. Once you turn it on, each stroke you draw automatically locks onto whatever axis you choose. You simply just start to draw a line on the axis and the assist takes care of the rest. You don't have to worry about making the line straight, it does it for you. I personally use this feature to create a guide using construction lines. Once a guide is made, I turn the assist off and freehand the rest. The second reason why you should own this app is because of how fast it helps you create your sketches. There are so many commands that make the whole process so simple. For example, you can draw a very rough sketch on one layer. You could then make this layer very light and use it as a guide for your sketch. Next, you can create a new layer to continue cleaning up your sketch. If you feel like that one's not perfect, you can hide the first one and create a new one above. Also, it's really simple to draw straight lines by simply drawing a line and holding it. This will make the line that you drew go from freehand to straight. You can also do the same with shapes like circles and polygons. Simply draw the shape you want and hold it. You can also duplicate really complex shapes and layers like windows for examples, and you can copy them over and over so you only have to spend time drawing things once. This is what my bag usually contains: a pencil pouch, pens and pencils, a sharpener, colored pencils, some acrylic markers, a sketchbook, and some sort of straight edge or scale. That's a lot of stuff needed just to create a sketch. Obviously, I could go without the colors and the straight edge, but then I don't have the option to add color or make the lines really straight. Also, this stuff takes a lot of space in my bag and it just adds a lot of extra weight. By having the iPad with Procreate, all I need is the iPad, the pen, and the optional charger, of course. Now I don't have to worry about carrying the extra things like before, and I have every color imaginable that doesn't need sharpening or replacing. Also, I technically have an infinite amount of pages. On another note, I think the iPad itself is lighter than my Moleskine. You know what? Let's check. Once I'm done with my sketch, I can save it to my drive, email it, or print it, and I can make as many copies as I want. Because of how convenient and easy to use Procreate has been, I've been sketching way more often. Every night before I go to bed, I charge my iPad and pen, and in the morning, I place them both in my bag. Whenever I'm on a lunch break, feeling inspired, or just hanging out, I pull out the iPad and start to sketch. Since I have every type of pen, pencil, and color imaginable, I can really put my creativity to the test. It's also really simple to go on YouTube for some tutorials and practice what I'm watching in real time. The final reason why every architect or student should get Procreate is probably one of, if not my favorite feature. And that's being able to record and export videos of the drawings you've worked on in the past. The coolest thing about this feature is that the app records your process no matter what. So even if you're working on something you never planned on using to create a recording for, Procreate still creates a time-lapse video for you. So choose a canvas you've worked on, no matter how long ago you made it, hit export video, and that's it. You now have a video that you can use in your presentations. A tip many people might not know is that when you get the app, head over to your settings in the iPad and set the quality of the video to at least high or studio. That way, every time you export a video, it's a great quality. I think that there's something unique about sketching on paper that I do enjoy, so this video isn't an attempt at trying to replace that. I do think though that it's a great alternative that's so convenient and allows you to sketch more often and possibly more efficiently. If you're interested in the same setup I use, you can check out the links in my description. The iPad I use is a 2019 version and it's the most basic one. You don't need that much RAM to use this app, although it would help at times, especially when the layers get complex. I don't use the original Apple Pencil because $120 seemed way too steep for me. I did manage to find this alternative. Turns out people enjoy this pen better because although it is an e-pen that you have to charge, it doesn't work with Bluetooth, so the battery lasts longer and you don't have to go through the headache of syncing the pen to the tablet. You just simply turn it on and start sketching. I've never used an Apple Pencil before, so I really can't give my opinion on the pencil itself, but this one here works so amazing. The case I use isn't the nicest, but it feels like it's protecting my iPad without damaging my wallet. I think I paid around $11 for this one. I can honestly say that this app has really made my life easier. I use it for work, for fun, and even for this YouTube channel. It's definitely an investment. As always, I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions, drop them off down there, and I'll try my best to get to them. See you down in the comments.